If you have been told SEO is some magic trick that you will never understand, you have been lied to, and I'm here to fix all your problems. I see this all the times. Roofing companies, HVAC contractors, landscapers, they get sold on SEO by some agency. They pay anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month for 6 months, and then they get zero result for like 6 months or 12 months, and I'm here to describe all the myths that you probably acquired along the way and then debunk them. So then they conclude that SEO doesn't work, or all SEO companies are scammers, but the truth is SEO does work, and you've been just fed a bunch of lies that are costing you thousands in lost business. This was the case with Conor. He was one of our home remodeling clients. He believed the same myths. He was stuck on page 5 and his phone was barely ringing. He would go out to trade shows and get all his leads that way, and it was a good method for him, but he needed other things going on at the same time. And now he is #1 for home renovation Ottawa, and he's getting 40 plus qualified leads a month just from Google. That's besides everything else he was already doing. Kind of crazy. This is our whole conversation that we had with him, so you can see for yourself. So I'm going to debunk the 9 biggest SEO myths so you can finally stop leaving money on the table and start showing up where your customers are actually looking. So let's get right into it. First one, SEO is some magic trick that I will never understand. You need to take this thought and just bring it out of your mind. People believe this because every SEO company throws jargon at you. They say stuff like domain authority, backlinks, meta description, traffic, and you have absolutely no idea what any of this means. And I don't blame you. I was the same thing at some point. And when you ask them to explain it simply, they can't or they won't. If someone knows what they're doing, they'll be able to explain it simply. If someone doesn't know what they're doing, they're just going to make it seem even more confusing. So then it feels like they're just intentionally keeping you in the dark. But the truth is that it's not some magic. It's actually pretty straightforward. I have many guides talking about what we do. It's actually not rocket science at all. And to sum it up, basically, Google wants to show the best results whenever someone searches for anything. And that's what the SEO company is supposed to do. They're supposed to make your website appear as if it's the best and most trustworthy. You have enough content to answer whatever question anyone's asking. You have enough backlinks pointing to your website so that your website is trusted. And you have enough reviews. That's pretty much it. That's like the big overall summary. I have many guides talking about everything else, but this is the gist of it. If anyone tries to make it seem like it's anything else that's not this, they're trying to bamboozle you. All right. Myth number 2 is that I can just pay someone on Fiverr $500 and they'll do my SEO. So people believe this because they see ads promising rank #1 for $500 or $99 per month SEO. And then logically they'll think, why would I pay $1,000 or $2,000 a month when some guy can do it for $500 a month? And the truth is that this is cheap SEO. These guys are using spam tactics that'll get you penalized. And these Fiverr sellers, they use black hat techniques. So they use very old, outdated techniques that are very obvious to Google. Like Google is not stupid. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. A guy from Fiverr is not going to fool Google and have them rank #1. And if that does happen, they're going to catch it quickly and then demolish your website and its rankings, which does happen. And you will actually end up worse off than when you started. So you could be on page 2, page 3 when you started. You take some cheap SEO for $500 and they could literally demolish it and you will never rank on Google again. This is what it typically looks like on Fiverr. You see a bunch of these packages and it's really hard to know the deliverables and how good something is. It's kind of a bit sketchy. So real SEO, what you pay for is real research, strategy, technical work, experience, adding content on your website, acquiring links that point to your website that are high quality. That means either related to your city or your industry, and just ongoing optimization. And just like how you wouldn't hire the cheapest roofer to replace your $30K job, it's the same principle here. You shouldn't hire the cheapest person to deal with something that is so delicate and important. Next, SEO is a one-time thing, and then once I rank, I am good forever. People believe this because they think like SEO is like building a roof. You know, that you do it once and then it lasts 20 years and that's it. But no one told them that Google's algorithm Google's algorithm changes constantly. And 2, your competitors are always optimizing. Your competitors are always getting more backlinks, always. And competitors are always adding more content to their website and to their pages, meaning that if they're always progressing and you're just stagnating, they're eventually going to beat you, right? So that's why SEO is an ongoing maintenance. Even if you're #1, you always want to increase the distance between you and #2, and your competitors are always actively trying to outrank you. And you have to think about like a gym membership. You don't just go for 3 months and expect abs forever. And even the people that have been to the gym for 5-10 years still go to the gym just to maintain whatever they already have. Same thing. So here's like a real example. This is a tool called Ahrefs, and I'm going to show you the real life changes in ranking for this pretty important keyword called San Diego home remodeling. So this tool tells me it's pretty hard to rank here. And if I scroll down, I'm going to see this is the position history in the last 2 years. So if I deselect all, I can see the rankings of different websites. So this is Jackson Design Remodeling. They've been consistently #2, #3 for the past 2 years. So you can clearly tell that they've been doing something correct in SEO. This is is another company, Murray Lampert, and you can see 2 years ago they were at 16th, and then they've been slowly climbing up to the number 3rd to 5th position. Again, pretty good. This is one, Lars Remodel. They kind of spiked up pretty good. Looks like they were pretty serious with their SEO efforts. This is another one, myforeverbuilders.com. They were pretty consistent. They were 39th when they started 2 years ago, and then they started catching up. But let me show you an example of someone that actually went down. So this company, Mero Cal, they were at some point 4th in their rankings and even 3rd. And because you have new competitors that are investing more aggressively into SEO, that just means that these guys eventually dropped off and now they're 11. So you can see, like, if you have new players entering in it and going hard on SEO, that only means that the old players that stopped investing into SEO are going to rank down. So you always have to keep investing and keep growing. So these myths will actually make you lose money every month. But if you want to stop believing myths and actually work with my team that actually has done it before and has actually turned rankings into making dollars for our clients, then you should book a call with my team. First link below. We're going to audit whatever you have, give you a game plan, find something that makes sense for you, and you'll work with me directly and my team. But back to the show. Myth number 4 is that more traffic is more customers. And I hear this all the time. Every SEO company brags about, oh, we got you 10,000 visitors every single month. But the traffic doesn't mean anything if it's not from people who are in your city and who are ready to actually buy whatever you're offering. Contractors see traffic graphs going up, but not necessarily their phone ringing, but it's because they're bringing in traffic from people that are not ready to buy. So the truth is that sometimes traffic can be a vanity metric. What you really want is local, qualified traffic from people searching for your city / your service. So like Houston plumber, Dallas roofer, anything related to your city and your service. Well, some of these SEO companies do is they'll make like a blog that's like, what is a roof, or why replacing your roof is important in the winter, and it may rank, sure, but is that traffic really going to buy anything from you? Not necessarily. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have 100 visitors from people searching DIY roofing tips, which is not very useful to you? Probably none of those people are going to buy from you. Or would you rather have 20 visitors from people landing on the page, emergency roof repair in Toronto? These guys are more likely ready to buy and call you, which means money in your bank account. So this is actually why we track all form submissions and where they came from, because we put our money where our mouth is. If I am doing SEO for you, I need to know how many leads I'm getting you and from where they came from, which is why we have this whole system that tracks whether the person came from Google Ads or Google Organic. And if they did come from Google Organic, we're even able to know where they came from. This is the landing page of, it says like just a slash right there. That means they came onto their homepage and then submitted a form on that day. So when we do our reporting, we just say how many Google Organic leads we got you and how many Google Organic phone calls, because I know deep down you don't really care about traffic if it's not resulting into calls or leads. Myth number 5, and I hear this way too many times, is that I just need a good looking website and then customers will find me. So people believe this because they'll pay $3,000 for a website and they assume that that was enough, but no one told them that just because it looks pretty is not the same thing as being optimized and ranking number 1 on Google. The truth is that a pretty website means nothing if there's not ongoing SEO work being done to it. Google sometimes kind of cares about how a website looks, but it cares more about search intent. Your beautiful website is like a billboard in the middle of the desert. It looks great, but if no one can see it, then there's really no point to it. So to just nail the point home that the look is not the main thing, this company is ranking page 1 for a Houston landscaping company, and it looks good. It's a normal, proper website, but you can clearly tell that this company, who's on page 5, probably invested way more into their design and photography and everything, but they're page 5. So like, yes, having a good looking website is important, but it's not the only thing needed to rank number 1 on Google. What you really need is just a fast loading website, make sure it works on mobile, have the proper structure with enough location landing pages, have enough local keywords in your content, and backlinks. That's mainly what you need. Myth number 6, if I'm not on page 1 by month 2, it's not working. So people believe this because they have unrealistic expectation from over-promising agencies, and they'll think that it's been 8 weeks and I'm still at page 3, so that means I'm being ripped off. So the truth is that SEO is not instant. It's usually a 3 to 6 month process minimum. SEO is like planting a tree. It takes time to grow, but it can give fruit for years. So here's what a more realistic timeline can look like. In the first 1 to 2 months, we usually do the foundation building. So we're going to ensure that your technical SEO is good, meaning that there's nothing on your website that is going to prevent it from ranking if there's any big website issue. Then we focus on content and we start acquiring links. In months 2 to 4, you're going to see movement. So maybe your pages will start moving from page 5 to page 2. And then months 4 to 6 plus, you'll hit page 1 and your phone will start ringing. Sometimes, depending on how competitive it is, it could take from 6 to 12 months. Now, this ranking is for your website. Your Google Map profile, however, can move faster. That can take from 1 to 3 months if you optimize it right and you're getting enough reviews and your competitors are not too crazy. Myth number 7 is that reviews do not matter for ranking. So people believe this because they think that reviews are just for reputation done. It doesn't have anything to do with SEO, and they don't see the connection between reviews and rankings. But the truth is that reviews are huge for SEO. If you literally do absolutely nothing and you get reviews for your Google business profile, that is going to do you so much. You have no idea. So Google, again, multi-billion-dollar company, they look at everything. They look at the quantity of reviews, how recent they were, the rating. They even look at the keywords in the reviews, and they use that to dictate who to show your Google business profile to. Businesses with 50 plus reviews will rank higher than those with 10 reviews. This should be obvious to you, but some people actually frankly don't know this. And always getting fresh reviews signals that you are active and you are trustworthy. And if you can have good keywords in your reviews, like this was like the best roofer in Toronto, then this is really, really good for your SEO. And again, just to, drill the point home, if I search for Dallas Roofing Company, you're going to see that literally the guys at the top have 600 reviews and then the third guy has 161. So you really just need to get as many good reviews as possible. Myth number 8 is that I am too small to compete with the big guys. So why do some people believe this? They see that a franchise company is dominating page number 1 and they assume that they can't compete because they got big budgets. But the truth is that local SEO can favor small businesses over big franchises if you do it right. Usually big franchises have one website for 50 locations, but you have one website for one city, which can give you an edge because Google does like to prioritize local specific businesses and you can outrank them by being hyper local. So that means having a domain that mentions your city and your service will put you in a way better position than your big competitors. If you're able to get really good local content and you're able to get community involvement, which turns into local backlinks, that will put you in a much better position than those big guys because those big guys are likely not as involved as you are in the community. So David can beat Goliath in local SEO. It's very possible. We've seen it and we've helped people do it. So it is possible. And lastly, word of mouth is better than SEO anyways. And people believe this because rightly so, 70% of their business comes from referrals and they think that that is good enough. And they don't realize that word of mouth can be unpredictable and hard to scale. So they think that I've built this business on word of mouth, so why change it? Which is fair. And the truth is that word of mouth is great, but it's not scalable or predictable. Some months the phone rings, other months it's crickets, and you can't control it and you can't turn it up when you need more work. But the good thing is that SEO turns into more word of mouth because it increases the total amount of leads and people that know you. If more people know you because they found you on Google, that is going to turn into just more referrals for you overall. So if you love referrals, then SEO is perfect for you anyways. So if you combine word of mouth with SEO, then you become unstoppable. And we've seen it happen so many times. People rank first on Google Maps, they start getting more clients, and that just turns into more word of mouth, which just helps them make stupid amounts of money from the little investment they do in SEO with us. Like these case studies right here. This company generated $91,000 in revenue from organic SEO in 6 months. This is an HVAC company, $75,000 in revenue from $5,700 in SEO in 5 months. So it's very, very possible. So stop falling for these lies. SEO works. You just need to do it right. If you want to do more of it by yourself, I have this full guide. Just search When Your Local SEO Guide. I broke it down into a whole hour of what we do here. It's our exact process. You'll know everything that you need to know to rank. Or you can click on the first link below and book call with my team. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't miss the next videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.